Jumping up today was IKTO. They jumped up 0029. When I took a look at their graph, they have some potential going for them. I took a look at some financials. They have a little bit of a deficit to them, but they definitely have that potential where once they show all their financials and they move forward into the future, now that they're becoming more current and more transparent with their reporting, you could see some major possible gains with them in the future. They had dropped off early in the month, and everyone's waiting for that September 28th deadline to see who becomes current and who doesn't. When I took a look at this, you'd tell why they kind of dropped off. And if they don't have the following like some of the other stocks. So I wanted to put this one out there for people to check out, do your research on it. They have a little bit of deficit, but I think that if they report current and put some more financial information out there, you could definitely will get a better picture of where they really are. I didn't dig too deep into them. I just briefly went through, looked at some of their stuff. But as you start to look at the graphs were a little bit enticing to me. I think right now, if you're looking at them, if they're below a penny, I think they're not a bad buy. And when you take a look at where they are and retrospect of where they could be and where they have been and some of their highs, right now getting in, at 009 and less, if you get in now, you definitely have that chance to catch a double play on this. And going into 2022, 2023, they definitely have that where they could definitely show a 3 or 4 time gain. So one of the graphs I looked at here is September. It showed that drop off. That some people, it's that fear of missing out sometimes, and then it's that fear of no return because you kind of bail on a stock because you don't think they're going to report. Their volumes aren't the highest, but they definitely I've watched them make some leaps, and they've jumped up here and there. So I followed them for a while, and I had them on one of my lists. But I started paying a little bit more close attention here during September on them. And I think that if you got in on this stock and you're between if you're between the 009 and 0.013, I think you'll do good on this stock if you're holding it for a while. You can definitely see it go up above that 0.017 where they've been. But if you got in below this line right now, so I think right now is the time to buy. And if they happen to drop down, then you buy and you definitely take and just lower your average and keep cutting yourself lower. So, if they happen to go from a 008 down to a 006, just match your shares and now you're at a 007. I think that if you're getting into this stock right now before they hit a penny, then you'll probably do good on them going into the future. And right now, realistically, it's just looking that you can at least double your position on this stock, and hopefully it'll hold where it's holding. They have if you follow all their dips though, before the September dip, they were heading in a trajectory and keeping at a nice steady line. And if you look at their peaks, they keep getting higher and higher, and they keep raising that bar up. I think that they definitely have that potential to get back up to where they were back in July when I dropped back and I looked at a 5-year graph, you can kind of see where they spiked up in 2019. Now they spiked up in 2021. The question is how much can they spike back up again? But with them moving in the trajectory that they are, they definitely have that potential where maybe you go into 2022, and as they report through 2022 and they stay current with stuff, going into 2023, you have a major spike. Maybe they'll spike up in 2022. So I think this is one to look out for, the next, if you're looking for something that for the next 6 months to 18 months, this could have something in there where if you bought in now and you got out during a spike, you could definitely make some money off of the stock probably. So there's no broker restrictions on it. It's one thing to think. And then I found this where it's pink limited information, but it's a shell company. Their transfer agent verified profile in September. They have on September 10th, attorney letter with respect to current information. And then their annual report where they're becoming current on stuff in 2021. So once they report some more information on financials and get some more stuff current, you could definitely see this stock rise. The more transparent they are with their information and putting out what they're getting into. When I did look it up, they're showing, I think, British Columbia, but they showed some stuff here in the States too. But like I said, I didn't dive too deep. Make sure you do your research on the stock. Make sure you do your due diligence. Make sure you go through and do as much as you can. I'm just trying to pay it forward and put it out there for a stock to watch that might come up on the rise and might start coming up on the radar. A couple forums I went on, I didn't see a lot of watchers on them. And like I said, I've kind of followed them, but they've had a low volume. But overall, they look like they definitely have potential when I look at their graphs. They definitely catch my eye and pique my interest. So they're one that I'll follow up with, and I'll try to put some more information out as it comes out if I come across something. And like I said, if you drop back and you look at where they are though, at 008, they definitely can come back up. If they were not too long ago, they were up almost double that. So if you play this stock for a double up in the future, I think you'll definitely do good. And it has that potential to triple or quadruple with reportings. I definitely keep an eye on everything. It's all about positioning and entries, so make sure you buy in low and you sell high and have a good week. But check this one out if you have time. Just want to put this one out there.